great today. We are going to begin our pep rally with a word of prayer.
Father, thank you for your great love. Thank you for your mercies that are due every morning. Father, thank you for the chances you've given us in life to strive for something of value, Father, to work together as a team, to grow individually and together, to overcome adversity, Father, and to continue persevering toward a goal. Father, our ultimate goal is to be with you forever in heaven, and we know that you've given us that gift through your grace and through your Son. And it's because of that, Father, that we are victorious in this life. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right. It has been a great season of fun and fellowship. And I tell these players and these coaches all the time that here at CCA, it's more than about winning basketball. Did you all know that? It's more than about winning basketball. It's about playing hard. It's about perseverance. It's about sometimes overcoming adversity. And so we are proud of you, varsity, boys and girls, whether you win or lose. We are still very, very proud of you, and you have represented us so well this year. So we are going to begin our pep rally with a few minutes. Coach J.D. Manning is here. And I never did see Coach Adams come in. He was hoping he would be able to make it. So, Coach Manning, come on down. You know, these coaches work just about as hard as the kids do. So let's give Coach Manning a hand, a thanks.
So we're really excited to be here. Who's excited about the girls winning the tournament? Come on. So for our young men, we talk quite often that so first of all, Coach Adams couldn't be here, so you're stuck with me for a moment. And I promised Coach that I would stop short of guaranteeing a state championship for the men. However, I will say that we're pretty encouraged. We've had a great season on in a lot of regards. So many of the really high quality teams that we play every time in our tournament won their divisions at the state tournament. So as the younger guys are coming up, we've been beating those schools. So I think the future is bright for CCA for men's basketball. Every game we talk about as a team that, as Mrs. Ritchie said, it's not necessarily about winning and losing. It's about representing Christ. It's about glorifying Christ in our efforts as we play on the court. We talk all the time, Colossians 3:23, you all know what it means. But we're not here for our own glory, we're here for the glory of God. So we're going to have a quick opportunity. Varsity guys, why don't you come up here real quick? I'm not going to introduce you. Hustle up so we can keep the program going. These guys have worked their tail off in the first year of men's varsity basketball for CCA, so let's give them a much deserved round of applause. We're pretty excited to report that we had some success. Some of our players were recognized by the other coaches in the conference as representing the Christian virtues as well as performing at a high level athletically. So this year we were fortunate to have Jared and Josh represent CCA as all conference players. So let's give them a big round of applause. These guys were all conference in the regular season as well as the MOCAN tournament. We were also very happy and honored to have Josh Marchbanks receive All-State second-team honors. So the first varsity male to get All-State honors, Josh Marchbanks. And while our varsity season is now first varsity season in the books, we still have some junior high and 5th and 6th grade games. So if you're around, come and support your Patriots at the CCA tournament this weekend. So let's give these guys a round of applause and turn it over to the girls.
Thank you, Coach Manning. represented your coaches and your families well, but most of all, you glorified God when you were out on the court every time. So that makes us extra, extra special and extra proud. All right, next on our agenda, how about those Lady Patriots? Let's hear it for Coach Benson!
Go, girls.
When I first started coaching here at CCA, my daughter gave me this clipboard. And on the back of it, this is what she and I have both always preached, is defense. And this is one of the finest defensive teams I've ever coached. So just when we think about what we do, I reminded the girls after we had won that we only win because God put us together in the right place at the right time, in the right combination. He gave us the skills, and all we did was take what he gave us very generously and turn that into something to be proud of. Be proud of what God gave us. So just keep that in mind. This team has earned some honors this year. All conference. Molly Briggs was second team all conference. And Jessica Stewart, one of our newcomers, and Audrey Higgins were both first team all conference. So let's give them some recognition. The All-Stars included those three and Haley Scott, who was on our all-tournament team at our conference tournament. So those four ladies were on the conference All-Stars. The girls are used to having to keep an eye on the blind guys, so they helped me out. But I haven't forgotten. That was a different deal. All-State. It takes all 10 of these girls to make an all-state team. And I know some of them that don't play a lot forget that sometimes. But they work just as hard in practice as anybody else. And if they're not working hard, we can't have a good, solid practice. So all of the girls participated in this. All of them had a part in this. And we're all in it together. Now, all-state, they only take 5 girls for the first team and 5 for the second team. And that's a pretty select group. Molly Briggs got vote and mention because of her defense, and from a team that we beat 3 times. And their coach recognized Molly and said she's the best point guard we play all year long. And that's a huge compliment coming from an opponent. But on our all-state team, Audrey Higgins was second team all-state. Give her a round. And first team all-state was Jessica Stewart. I have to be honest with you, as I was watching us play that last game, I kind of got caught up in just watching, especially that fourth quarter. But something happened in that fourth quarter, and I want to recognize, I don't know who started the school song. I know there are 3 candidates, Coach Adams, Coach Manning, and somebody said maybe Jason Briggs. But I know that the boys' voices, you could really loudly hear those guys singing as they were cheering for us the whole game. I want to give them some recognition for supporting us. Thanks so much, guys. Well, like I said, I really was just watching the game. And when the school song started, it kind of hit on me that we do this to represent our Lord and Savior. And while you may think, well, it's just a game, the way you play the game represents what God does for us. And I think these young ladies have represented the Lord well all year long, not just by winning, but by the way they play. And that is the most important thing of all. Thank you so much. Hope to see you at the tournament tonight.
All right, at this time, thank you, Coach Bancroft. We are going to give the ladies an opportunity to share their thoughts about the season, their thoughts about going to the state championship. So I'm going to hand the microphone over to Miss Lydia Lanning at first. So we will let you guys share your thoughts at this time. Don't be shy.
Well, we just want to say thank you to all the fans. We can hear you while we're playing, and we do listen, and it really is great to know that there are a lot of people behind us, so thank you guys.
I would most importantly like to thank our God for everything that He's given us and for the school, and to be able to have the team that we have and the coaches that we have. And I really appreciate all the fans and our teammates and our coach. So thank you all for everything.
I thought about after the game was that Coach Bancroft talked about glorifying God, and I know he would have said that win or lose, but luckily we won. But I just think that's great. We're growing up in an environment, win or lose, we're glorifying God.
It's kind of great to know that no matter how good you are on the team, and like whether you're having a bad day or if you're doing good, you still have a nice supportive team that's there to always like keep helping you push on and do your best at practice or at a game or anywhere. So that's fun.
I just want to say thank you to Coach. I know he puts in just as much work as we do, and all the long and hard practices have paid off. And thank you to the girls for making it such a fun season.
I just want to say a big thank you to my teammates for always thankfully making us win this third time. And then also, it's just the best group of teammates I've ever had, and I love them all so much, so thank you.
Closing thought and comment here. I've coached girls basketball for a long time. And always one of the big challenges with girls is getting them to get along together. I can tell you, not one time this year have I ever had any problems with these girls getting along together. They love each other in the spirit of Christ, and that was the best part of our season. And I did tell them, win or lose, I'm proud of it. Win or lose, we can go out and have fun. Then I always add, it's a lot more fun if you win. But I think they finally learned this year how to have fun and just go out and do what God made you capable of doing. They're a great team, and I love them all. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. We are proud of you, so very proud. All right. Now, all of us didn't get to go and watch those games last weekend in Joplin, but we are also thankful for Miss Marley Cronhart. Where are you? Marley, where are you? Stand up. Marley films for the team. Give Marley a hand. She has been at lots of games. Thank you, Marley. She's been at lots of games this season, filming, and they use that film to look back and learn from and see where improvements can come. We are also thankful for Coach Bancroft's wife, Patty Bancroft. She's a huge fan. She's at just about every game, and she is helping with filming and things and stats sometimes as well. Give Miss Patty Bancroft a hand. And of course, we would be remiss, varsity players, if we did not recognize some of your most adamant supporters, your parents who are there to help do your laundry and wash your uniforms, who are there toting you back and forth in their vehicles to many practices and many games. So if you are in the house tonight and you are a parent of a varsity basketball player, I want you to stand. Let's give them a hand. Thank you, parents. We are so thankful for you. And your next biggest fan, we have some grandparents in the house today as well. If you're a grandparent of a varsity player, stand up and let's give you a hand. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, and neighbors. We just have such great support here. Now, there are also some other people that work behind the scenes that we want to recognize this evening. We also have some great athletic directors, and they're there figuring out the programs, arranging for the referees, setting up the microphone and the sound and the projectors. I want to take a few moments to recognize the heart and soul of CCA Athletics, Miss Kathy Brown. Let's give her a big round of applause. We wouldn't even have CCA Athletics, I've been told, if it wasn't for Mrs. Brown. So we love her so much, and she loves you all so much, and we just appreciate her more than we can say. So thank you, Miss Brown, for all you do to help us. And also helping us direct athletics this year, her trusty sidekick and your upper school principal. Let's hear it for David Stevens. We are so thankful that Mr. Stevens is with us today. We have missed him this week. Glad he's feeling better. Now, I do not, is Holly Randolph in the house? Mrs. Randolph here today? I think she may be. Addie, where are you? There's Miss Addie Randolph. Your mom was out of town, isn't she? But she worked really hard earlier this week using some of the game video that Miss Marley had of the championship game. And she has put together some game highlights for you in video form. All right? So JD, if you'll go get the other set of lights, we're going to turn those out. And we're going to watch some game highlights of that championship game that our girls played in when they won and brought home that first place trophy. featuring all 16 of our high school students. So be sure to come out and join us this evening. That will occur around 6 o'clock after that first game that our junior high girls are playing. There are 3 games tonight and 9 games tomorrow. So there's come out and support our junior high teams. Going to be lots of good food in the concession stand and lots of good fun here in the gymnasium. So I hope to see you this evening and tomorrow. All right, I think that concludes our pep rally. We're going to let the little ones